Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. This is the 7th video in the BMAT series. In my previous videos, I looked at section 1 and section 2 and gave an overview to section 3 and my top tips for the other sections. If you haven't watched those videos but would like to, I've included links in the comment section below. In this video, I'll be breaking down what it takes to get a good mark in section 3 of the BMAT, and I'll be talking about the different types of essays you're going to be expected to be able to write. If you're new to this channel, my name's Brian. I'm a junior doctor in London. I've studied medicine at the University of Cambridge and at Imperial College London. I'm also the founder and president of Into Med School, which are an organisation that help provide support for children hoping to apply to study medicine at university. Okay, so let's talk about the 3 different types of questions that you'll be expected to write an essay for in section 3 of the BMAT. In the exam, you're going to be expected to be able to write an essay about one of these 3. So the first type is a statement or a quote. This statement or quote is usually based around science or medicine. You might be asked to explain the statement, make an argument supporting or opposing the statement, or you might be asked to write your own opinion about the argument. You might also be asked to do all 3 things. The second possible type of question is often on healthcare. This is often based on medical ethics. There are several common scenarios that you'll be able to see when you look over the past papers and the practice papers. With this style of question, what they're often asking you to do is make an argument for and against, and then come up with a conclusion based on what you think an ethical doctor should or would do. All right, and the third type of question that you might be asked to write an essay about is often a philosophical quote. Typically, these philosophical questions are harder to answer. They are harder to understand, especially on first reading, and it's often very easy to misinterpret them. For this reason, as you might expect, fewer students often answer these questions. However, if you are used to this style of question, you know how to answer them and you have the right method, you can actually score really highly when you answer the philosophical quote questions. One way to do really well in section 3 is knowing which type of question is best for you. Whichever type of question you actually do in the real exam, it's important for you to have a look at the past papers to have an understanding of what your favored type of questioning is, because most students will favor one of the 3. I'll be putting a link to all of the past papers in the description box below. One important thing before you look at the past papers is that from 2017, they got rid of all the vet-based questions. You might see in some past papers some questions about animal euthanasia or animal intelligence. Please note that they no longer ask these sort of questions, so you can ignore them when you look at the past papers. Okay, so my next tip, once you've actually looked at the past papers, is when you do the past papers, get them marked by a teacher or someone who has expertise in essay writing. When I was at school, I gave my essays in to my science teachers and my English teachers, and a lot of the other students that performed really well did this as well. Another option is a school librarian, if your school has one. They'll often be very good at looking at the style of writing to make sure that you can maximize your points there. Those are the 3 different types of questions that you can get for section 3 of the BMAT. In my next video, I'll talk about the scoring system because it is a little bit complicated, and I'll be talking about what it takes to get the top score for section 3 of the BMAT. If you're interested in these videos, then please subscribe. If you've got any comments or any questions, then put it in the comment section below. Finally, thank you very much for watching and for subscribing. I'll see you next time for the final video in the BMAT series.